Bear down, Chicago Bears. Make every play on the way to victory. Let's go, baby. Another Chicago Bears victory. The Cardiac Kids do it again. Unbelievable game for your Chicago Bears. Look.
Don't quit your day job.
Say what you want.
Don't quit your day job.
I can't sing, but I'll sing every damn day. In the car, in the shower, I don't care.
Me too.
You watch this team and you look at what they're doing. And look, you and I were texting throughout this game. Caleb did not have a great game. Caleb had a tough game today. But
another stat game where you can look at the stats and be like, he had a good game. Watch the game. Watch the game.
But even with Caleb not having a good game, they still put up 31 points and won.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you about this football team. You could look at all of the numbers you want. You can look at the things that are going wrong, and you can look at the things that are going right. Caleb wasn't great today. The defense wasn't great today. But in the end, they found a way. And you're doing this, and you can talk about Mason Rudolph all you want. You can talk about all of these backups that the Bears have played over the last 6 weeks all you want, Brad Biggs. I'm looking at you. Tweet it out. Talk about all these guys you want. The Bears are playing a practice squad secondary.
Yeah.
And they are still finding ways at the end of a game to make a play. And that is what is going on right now. This Bears team sitting at 8-3 is for real. This Bears team, who we thought, you and I both sat here and said, an 8-9 win team.
I said 8-9 for sure, maybe 7-10. I mean, yeah. That's where I was at.
And instead, we're at week 12, and they're already at 8 wins.
He's all over you already. Why don't you guys get a room? Jesus Christ. Preach, Combs. I live in Michigan.
What's going on, Mary? How are you doing? Thanks for joining.
Hey, Mary. Thanks for joining us. Stay a while, Mary. Mary.
This Bears football team.
You want me to lasso the moon? I'll lasso the moon for you, Mary. Okay, I'm done.
This team finds ways to win. And week in and week out, no matter who they're playing against, no matter who's coming at them, no matter what defense is playing, no matter what quarterback is playing, they find ways to win. And I keep hearing, oh, well, they haven't beat anybody that's good. They haven't beat anybody with a winning record. Well, today they beat somebody with a winning record. And then next week they've got the Eagles on Friday. On Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, the day after the Lions, who just beat the Giants, take on the Packers, who beat the hell out of the Vikings today. Vikings kind of beat themselves today. But you're looking at that and you're like, all right, look, I mean, 2 more wins out of the last 6. You can go 2-4 in your last 6 and be a 10-7 football team. We didn't think that was happening.
I mean, Mason Rudolph may throw the ball like old people have sex, but the Bears still won this game. And what is it, Arthur? Who's the offensive coordinator? He calls plays like old people have sex, with the lights off and all their clothes on, like very conservatively, very slowly.
Make comments. Bears win 31-28.
Bears win.
Thanks, sir.
I don't.
I mean,
I don't even know what to say anymore.
I
don't even know what to say. And I will say this: yeah, he just gets the update and then he forwards it to us. Kid, hi. Ryan, is it snowing inside your house?
No, it's just look, no. Jules. Maybe you can figure this out. But every time we come on after a Bears victory, this numbskull comes on with sunglasses and some sort of hat in his house and a jacket on usually too, which is it's really, really weird. And I don't know what is going on, but this has become his thing. This has become his Bears victory thing. So I hope he's wearing glasses for the rest.
I gotta stick with it. I gotta stick with something, Jules. Or a suit jacket. Yeah, wore the suit jacket last week. Thank you. Look at that memory on Jules. Yes, she's actually watching. She's not like John. She's not like John Fitzgibbons, who just puts in a comment of what happened in the game. We know that's what happened in the game, but still, John Fitzgibbons a lot better than Tony Romo at broadcasting.
Jules also one of very few that has shown up to every live that we've had.
She has.
Very devoted.
She has. Even the Bourbon Street back in the day, where you were yelling where you were yelling and screaming that they took Darnell Wright, which I still think they should have gotten the tackle from Philadelphia, but
Doubting Thomas with a moniker of you wearing a Bears jersey says Fitz is wearing the same helmet he did when I met him as a kid. Wow.
When I shoved it up your keister.
Hey, now I've always been an active. That's what we're saying, Jules.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
we're thanking you. Yeah, we're giving back. We're giving back.
A devoted listener. But look,
I mean,
this game, man, look, there were bad parts. And you and I were texted during the game, and we both said the same thing. Like, I didn't understand, and it kind of worked out for him in a way. I didn't understand Mike Tomlin punting at the 2-minute warning.
No.
You're not going to see that a lot of times. All 3 timeouts, and I get it. But, I mean, if Monungai doesn't slip, the Bears end the game without even having to go on defense. But it's just a wild, I don't know. It's just something you don't see very often. I think out of 32 coaches in this league, I think 31 other coaches go for it there in that position. I mean,
it's like old. They still play old school football at Pittsburgh, I guess. They take showers with their socks and shoes on. I mean, they're not really. I mean, they're not messing around. I mean, they're punting a lot. Yeah, I was shook by they punt. The Bears also punted on 4th and a half a yard, which I thought was a little weird. I probably go for it there. I think the odds say I go for it there. But their offense, still a little erratic. You can't have net 10 points against that defense that's giving up an historic amount of yards. You can't have net 10 points in the first half. And I mean net 10 points because you fumble it in the end zone when you should have thrown it away.
And Caleb Williams just looked up the box score. Yeah. Caleb Williams, 19 of 35, 239 yards.
You can read out the box score. I mean,
what out of 16, those 16 incompletions?
Read out a box score.
Out of
we're not
incompletions there, John. 9 of those were on Caleb.
We can just stop doing the show, I guess. According to John, we can stop doing the show. He just wants us to come on and read the newspaper to him. Because he probably can't read anymore. I mean, he just wants us to read the newspaper to him. Yeah, I mean, he did have the fumble in the end zone where you just cannot do that. You just cannot do that. I don't care. A terrific Hall of Fame player does it to you. Yeah, gets his arms around you. Great tackle against a guy who's been very slippery, but you got to get that ball out there. When you're back there, it's just hitch, first, second receiver, throw it away. That's it.
Yeah.
Live to play another day.
Yeah. You've got to hit the easy passes. I mean, you really do.
You really do, yeah.
You've got to start hitting the passes over the middle. There were a couple that I thought should have been caught. That ball to Rome across the middle, I felt like it should have been caught. Rome should have caught that ball.
This is why.
I know it's going away from his body, but if you want to be a number 1 wide receiver in this league and have your dad, tweeting the league about how they should trade you because they don't throw you the ball, you've got to be able to make those catches. You want to be a number 1 wide receiver, you make those catches. Jamar Chase, as long as he's not spitting on somebody, makes those catches. CeeDee Lamb makes those catches.
A.J. Brown makes those catches.
If he ever gets the ball thrown to him.
Yes.
But you look at oh wow. Cleveland Browns are balling. I told you Shadeur's having a day, man. Shadeur's having a day. They're already up 7-0. He just played a long bomb.
Could you keep your train of thought?
I am, but we are doing a sports
every
podcast
post game.
And I
are you going to do this every post game? You're like
Yes.
mid-sentence. Can we
Yes.
talk about the game that just happened?
Yes, while at the same time, while talking about games that are going on actively, because people are sitting here watching us. So I want to keep them informed of what's going on out there as well, so that they can keep watching us and not switch over and watch TV. It's called good freaking form, sir.
You don't know what good form is. You don't know what good form
God.
is. You don't. I'm not even going to comment anymore. Because he's doing it on purpose now. He's doing it on purpose now.
Do you blame him? I mean, you don't want to keep
It's
you don't want to
lazy
keep informed of games that
comments
are going on, and
because
he
he
has to
doesn't
look at
want to
box scores.
think. He doesn't want to think. He barely has the strength to breathe anymore. Like, I don't care. I
We're
don't
never
care.
going back
DJ
to this
Moore
garage, are we?
also probably not. Probably not.
All
Not
right.
gonna be.
So you
I'm
look at
scared of what's gonna happen to me at the Christmas party. Really, at this point.
you look at this Bears team, you look at this defense, and as depleted as they are, I mean, and again, they lost Tyreek Stevenson in the second quarter. Their backup Roman Hippolyte goes out. The backup linebacker who was in because of all the injuries goes out with an injury in the second
That's
quarter.
hippopotamus. That's hippopotamus.
It's really ugly with the injuries right now in that secondary, but this Bears defense still found a way. And yes, I get it. It's we talked about Mason Rudolph and we talked about all of that, but it's still, I mean, you're finding ways with guys that don't make any roster in this league because they are practice squad and you're just so injured. And you're still finding ways on defense to do that. That's got to count for something. This team knows how to win. We preached for years watching the Matt Nagy era and the Matt Eberflus era and the Mark Trestman era. God, we have to change the culture. Well, guess what, Bears fans? The culture's changed. The culture in this locker room now is a winning culture. No matter what, they find ways to win. And later on, the video is going to come up of Ben Johnson and what he's doing. And I mean, I don't even know, man. Like there's going to be brick walls with holes in them as people are running through them for this man here in Chicago. He knows how to win. He has changed the culture successfully, and he has done in 12 weeks of a football season what 4 other coaches since Lovie Smith before him could not do. 5 other coaches since Lovie Smith before him could not do. And Ben Johnson has changed that for this Bears team. This is a different team. This is a different animal. The Bears are back. And I got to tell you, man, I'm sticking to my statement, and I'll stick to it until it doesn't happen. The Bears are winning the North this year. I said that last week, and I'm going to stick to it. The Bears are winning the North this year. The schedule lines up. They find ways to win. They're not going to be 2-4 down the stretch. They might be 4-2 down the stretch. They might be 3-3 down the stretch. But 3-3 puts them at 11-6. That wins the North.
Yeah, I mean, it was not a clean game, but it wasn't as sloppy as the Minnesota game. I think all 3 phases had their moments. I think the only guy we mentioned in the pregame, Montez Sweat, had a great game. He's got to be your MVP or your defense. Preach, Combs. You got to bring that up again. Oh my God!
Said it again.
That's all he's sending. He's like on repeat. Doubting Thomas did say that Jeremiah's out getting some trim. Maybe he's back already. If we're going to blame the wide receivers, we have to blame Caleb.
We did.
Yeah, he had a tough game. I mean, he did hit some wide open wide receivers. It was kind of hard. Those 2 touchdowns to DJ Moore. DJ Moore had an inexplicable penalty too in this game, but played a good game.
Yeah.
But he's not only sailing balls, he's throwing them in the ground sometimes. Even some of those sideline plays where he's running to his right, he's missing receivers down the sideline with balls that are just really, I mean, just you're counting on your receiver to have an unbelievable catch.
Yeah.
Some of those things have to be cleaned up. And like you said in the beginning of this postgame show, You get a guy who can throw with that velocity for throws over the middle in the NFL. And if he's going to miss those throws over the middle, you're in trouble. I mean, other than that, pretty happy about this win. I mean, I feel like they really had to have this win to me, or else you're 7-5. You don't want to be at 7-5. Then you're in the NFL blob. Because I just don't see how they go into Philadelphia next week and win, especially now with all these injuries. I know they're getting a couple of guys back, but it looks like Tyreek Stevenson's out. I don't see him coming back. And
stop.
Can I talk for more than 30 seconds?
Finds a way to
Can I talk for more than 30 seconds?
Why are you counting them out already on the Eagles? Why? Because you're a distraught Bears fan who can't understand that this team finds a way to win. They are 8-3. Why can't they go into the Eagles and win next week? Who also, after today's game against the Cowboys, might also be 8-3.
I'm pinning my ears back because you got a proven winner, and then you got a team that, I'm sorry, and the Bears are very sloppy. Would they have 8 penalties today for 83 yards?
Listen, here's what
I have a team that is really sloppy and not very disciplined right now. Yes, they are. I know it's weird to say that sentence and then say they are really well coached, because I think they are. Other than that not taking a timeout before that delay a game at the end of the fourth quarter, they usually make the right decisions leading up to a game, especially at the end of the game, leading up to the end of a game. But they're still sloppy. They still have players that are not playing the game clean. And I wanted Luther Burden and Colson Loveland to have good games. And I thought they did have good games. I thought Colson Loveland had a pretty tough game. I mean, he got some pretty hard hits.
Here's what I want. I'm taking the Bears next week against the Eagles. I already know I am. I don't care what the points are. I'm taking them on the money line. You can take the Eagles on the money line. But there needs to be something at stake here.
Oh, here we go. Did somebody say steak?
Because
I like mine medium rare.
Sure. Let's put a steak on it.
Just
the hell with it. Let's put a steak on it.
Yes. If something's going to be at stake, I want steak.
Loser buys dinner. And guess what? My steak comes with drinks. Because you're betting against our boys. Because you can't get on board. Every damn week, we come on this show after a win. You're either complaining about turnovers.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
And now you don't think that they can beat the Eagles? What, the Eagles are some juggernaut? Their quarterback can't throw for more than 150 yards in any single game, and they're a juggernaut?
He's thrown for over 250 yards. He had a game that was almost perfect, that he had almost a perfect QBR rating this season. Do you want me to go back and look for it? Because I will. Or I'll get the production staff on it that you keep firing. That's why my fucking that's why my mic doesn't work.
Your mic doesn't work. He has 1,900 yards passing coming into this game.
JJ Redick, lots of sloppy pace. They're up 7-0 already. Eagles up 7-0. Thanks, Julianne.
600 less yards than Caleb, by the way, this season. Just saying. But the Bears can't beat him. Why? Here's his numbers this year. 152 yards, 101 yards, 226, 130, 280, 283, 326, 179, 183, 135.
Caleb has not thrown for 300 yards yet this season. So, I mean, on the same side, I'm just saying Philadelphia plays a cleaner brand of football. That's all I'm saying. And they're going to be at home. You're going to have a team that doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes like you do. It's going to be different.
283 and 326 on the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings, by the way.
And you lead off today's show talking about the Bears having a lot of players hurt on their defense.
The Bears have the better quarterback in that game against the Eagles.
Wow.
Just saying. The Bears have the better quarterback in that game against the Eagles.
You're out of your mind.
No,
right
I'm not
now,
out of my mind.
Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback.
Jalen Hurts is not a better quarterback than Caleb.
He's a better.
You're
He's a better
okay.
running quarterback, and yes, he's a better and more accurate throwing quarterback. Yes, for right now. In the future, I don't know what the future holds.
Man.
The future looks bright for Caleb Williams. The future looks bright for Luther Burden, who I almost wrote off in the beginning of the season, but along with Colson Loveland. I mean, the future looks bright for these guys. Combs is half glass filled. Fitz is half glass empty. No, I actually have a brain. Are we bringing back the wheel thing? Well, we are for this. We are for this because I'll bet a stake on it. I don't want to root against the Bears.
You already
Caleb
did.
would kick your ass, Ryan. If we are going to have a show, bring this comment back up. If we're going to have a show where I can't comment on people who could kick my ass, we're going to have a problem here. You know what? I could kick Mason Rudolph's ass. I'll tell you that. And his noodle arm. I could kick Mason Rudolph's ass. Okay?
Oh, don't try being a Bears fan now and talking shit about the Steelers, who the Bears just beat. Don't.
I am
you
a
don't believe
Bears
in this
fan.
team. Just say it. You don't believe in
I
this team.
am a Bears fan.
So you're on the national bandwagon. This team isn't for
okay,
real.
you want me to say another thing negative? Because you're basically coaxing me on to say another thing negative. This team has all the signs of a team that loses in the first round of the playoffs. All the signs. I'm just saying. If you draft it a little bit better, maybe not, but I'm still having fun watching them. It's still good. We're playing with house money. I get it. But this team, they could have hired Ben Johnson last season if they weren't worried about giving Eberflus his money. That idiot. Why he was your coach and he almost ruined Caleb Williams, I don't know.
Next week.
It's not an argument.
Next week is a 3-year anniversary of this show. And in 3 years, I thought that I was doing a show with somebody who understood sports.
Oh, here we go. You're the one that was saying that Matthew Stafford.
This team is 8-3, dealing with all of the stuff that we've talked about today, right? They're dealing with all of the injuries that we're talking about on defense. They still lead the league in takeaways. The top 3 players with interceptions in the league all wear Bear uniforms, 1, 2, and 3, and they don't have their top 3 cornerbacks. This team starts getting healthy down the stretch, and they're already this damn good. What are they going to be when they're fully healthy? And you don't think they can win a playoff game? This team doing this with this roster, with this defense, finding ways to win with these guys with practice squad guys. What are they going to be when they have the number 1 talent that they have? What are they going to be when Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon come back? What are they going to be when they get Tremaine Edmonds back?
Tremaine Edmonds is on the IR.
Yes, and he'll be back by playoff time. That's what it's about, getting these guys healthy.
Are you a doctor?
You're 8-3.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a very inconsistent team, and that's for a reason. I'm just pointing out the reason. I think it's great. Educate him, Holmes. Oh my God, 3 years. How? How indeed? Because you don't even listen to me when I'm talking.
Because I haven't killed your cousin yet, Jules. Because I haven't killed him yet. But I'm getting close.
In the pregame show, I said I was going to stab you in the throat again, which is still on the table. It's going to be hard eating that steak when it's coming out of your throat.
Look at your sister. Even your sister's coming at you.
I took a bitch-ass pill today. No one's saying anything about the tree, though, huh?
Actually, here, Doubting Thomas did earlier. I pulled it up, but I don't think you were looking.
Lights are on your Christmas tree. Thanks, John. Wow. What a vocabulary he has. He really paints pictures with words. Save it for the live show, WWE. Yeah, maybe at the playoff game.
I guarantee you, Ryan.
They're going to the playoffs. I'm super excited. I'm still like, I watched the game. I watched the game. I have to be realistic and say what happened in the game. You started the show saying Caleb Williams had 3 touchdowns in this game and 0 interceptions. You started the show with he didn't have a good game.
He didn't have a good game, but I also wasn't going to go
Isn't
as
that
far
kind
as
of negative?
they have no chance to beat the Eagles. They have no chance to beat the Eagles. You don't see a way they can beat the Eagles. No way. No chance.
I mean, obviously it's the NFL. I see a way, but I think it's a very slim chance that they beat the Eagles on next Friday.
Steakhouse is going to have so much.
And we are going to have the pregame. We are going to have the pregame for that game on Friday. Time to be determined. I hope you have off.
We are. And then as the Eagles, you're lucky I have to work that night. Because if I didn't have to work that night, we'd be watching the game together. And every time the Bears score and go ahead of the Eagles, I'm going to punch you.
You have to catch me first. Can the Bears beat the Packers twice? Well, yes. Now that's a little different.
They can. Will they is a different story. Can they? Yes. Just like they can beat the Eagles. Will they might be a different story, but can they? Absolutely.
I will say this. I thought the Packers defense was going to be a little better than this. I mean, they gave up quite some yardage to Jameis Winston.
They're on the field a lot because their quarterback can't sustain drives.
No, he can't. He can't make that throw.
He keeps turning the ball over. Like they won today. They look good against Minnesota, but I mean, it's that team is not it. I do think that their defense is better than what they look like on paper, but they are. I mean, that front seven is really good, man.
I agree.
But the problem is they're on the field so much they're gassed. Nothing.
No, I totally agree. I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to. Yeah, no, I do agree. I think the defense is good. I just thought they'd be much better. I thought the Packers defense would be much better. I thought they would be much better this season. Even that, I mean, you look back on that tie with Dallas and you kind of shake your head. And like you've said, there is issues with Matt LaFleur. I mean, I think there is way. I think I'm just saying, I think the Packers are a lot more vulnerable this year than even you thought. Well, I thought they were vulnerable, but even you thought because you had them going to the Super Bowl in the beginning of the season. I don't see the Packers making it to the Super Bowl this season. I don't see a Packers team in the playoffs beating an LA Rams team. I don't see them beating the Eagles. Eagles 13-0.
No, it's coming back. AJ Brown, not only did he fumble the ball after he caught it and it went out of bounds, that would have been called, but he didn't even have 2 feet in bounds, so it's an incomplete pass. I was just watching the replay.
Well, they
look good at first, though, but yeah,
they're about to score them.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I've seen them stall out in this position before.
Look, I mean, I think a good thing with the Bears is now that because Tyreek Stevenson's not playing on Friday. No way. If he re-injured that hip, that he already had an injury on. But you have Nahshon right now, who came off a practice squad. I mean, what a story! Leading the league in forced turnovers.
And you're getting Jalen Johnson in Gordon back.
Are we sure we're getting Kyler Gordon back?
Yes. Kyler Gordon will play next week, so will Jalen Johnson. Jalen wanted to play this week. The Bears won. They wanted to hold him out one more week.
Julianne does not see a Super Bowl either. And she is a guy. Yeah, that's a realistic fan right there.
Yeah. No. My bet before the season hinged on the fact that a lot of people, including some people that I respect in the industry, really thought that Jordan Love was going to take a step forward and be an MVP candidate. And I was like, well, I mean, if you guys are right and that happens, I mean, with this defense, the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. But it hasn't panned out. It hasn't been that. Not even close to that, to be honest with you. So, you know, you look at that's another quarterback, man, that when you look at numbers, the numbers look really good when you look at the numbers. But man, you got to watch the games. You got to watch with your eyeballs because you'll see some things that you're like, what the hell was
What
that?
else do you watch games with? I want to know. With your naked body?
Well,
What else
the
do you
way
watch
some of
games
these
with?
analysts talk, the way some of these guys
Yeah,
talk,
well,
I feel like they bend over and watch it with their a-hole.
yeah, I never thought J.J. Watt was going to be Howard Cosell or anything like that, but he had some when he talks about the line play, he gets excited. He's pretty good at that. But
Yeah. Like
Julianne says I've always been a racist. So that was kind of weird
realist.
for her
He
to
said
admit.
realist. You're a jackass. Um,
Jeremiah, I guess Kyler
wow.
Gordon did practice in full. Like,
Um,
take that comment off of there.
so you look at like the Bears and what they're doing on offense, and if they get healthy on defense, this team to me is a team that can probably win a playoff game. I'm not going to say they're a team that could go to the Super Bowl and win the NFC, but I think that they're a team that people are going to be concerned about in the playoffs. I really do. Just because teams that find a way to win in the playoffs too. I mean, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs last year, they're a prime example. Kansas City Chiefs were not good last year, and the Eagles proved it in
No.
the Super Bowl. But
Yes.
they
No, they were not.
found ways to win. They knew how to win, and they just found ways to get it done in all of those one-score games, and they just kept doing it. And that's what we're seeing from the Bears this year. And I don't think we ever doubted the Kansas City Chiefs last year as much as we're doubting the Bears this year. Now, that's probably got a lot to do with the pedigree of that franchise and what that quarterback has been since he's come into the league. But just because of what the Bears have been doesn't mean that that's what they are now. And that's where I think that people have to start understanding with the Bears. They have to start looking at things with the Bears without looking at things that the Bears have done in the past. Because this isn't that coach, man. This isn't that regime. And I loved Ben Johnson's answer early in the week when they asked Ben Johnson about, hey, how do you feel about the team? Have you spoken to the team about the early success? And he said, yeah, they all know the same thing. He said, I think Kevin Byard said it best earlier in the year when he said that we don't care how we start. We care how we finish. And I love that answer from Ben Johnson. I texted you that answer and said, this is my damn coach. Because it is. He knows how to win, and he's not going to allow this team to fail the way that they failed in the past. It's a different regime. The culture has finally changed, and I think 12 weeks in, we can both admit that. Or at least I can.
Oh, God, here we go. They're a much better team right now than they were in the beginning of the season. With the number 4 offense, I don't see them dropping at all after this game. I did say they have to outscore them. I guess they kind of outscored the Pittsburgh Steelers. They did win the game. Yeah, I mean, if they clean things up, I think Jeremiah's right. I mean, they played one complete game. Yeah, they played one complete game against the Cowboys, I'd say. This is the only game they played that was pretty complete. They can beat anyone. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do agree with that. It's just very hard to do that with some of the personnel that they have. Although if Montez Sweat wants to keep playing like this, that could be your X factor in almost any game. Now he has 7.5 sacks. I think it's 3 forced fumbles this year.
Yeah.
He's been a force. In the beginning of the season, we were saying, where the hell is he at? I mean, he could really make that secondary, that banged up secondary, look a little bit better, and that banged up linebacking core look a little bit better. They need to at least get TJ Edwards back or someone back on in the linebacking core. But
he's got a Robin to his Batman in Austin Booker. I think Austin Booker's looked phenomenal since he's been healthy and been on the field. And
he's even been pretty decent against the run.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think this team is live. Like I said, I said this last week too. I think that they're going to beat the Eagles. And I think they're going to be 2 games up on either the Lions or the Packers, whoever wins on Thanksgiving. Or whoever loses on Thanksgiving, I should say. They'll be up 2 games on the loser of that and remain a game up on whoever wins that game. Dave Lauren wants to know if Jules will cry if we beat the Packers twice. Why do you want Jules to cry, you jerk? That's rude.
That is a little rude, but she might cry.
You stick up for your family here?
She might cry. Well, I mean, it's the Packers losing, so I mean, I gotta toe the line here a little bit. I do want them to beat the Packers twice. I do not want Jules to cry. She might not cry. I don't think she has a whole lot of confidence in her team being terrific this year. They lose twice to the Bears. They might not make the playoffs at this point. What kind of do a lot of the penises you see have chlamydia, Julianne? Because there's white spots all over the top of my penis. I mean, my tree.
When you don't have her back, she has your back all day long, and then Dave, you're gonna make her cry, and you're like, "Yeah, I hope she does cry." Because
I never said I hope she cries. I said I think she might cry.
He's like, "Well, screw you. You're Christmas penis."
Jeremiah's right. We've been crying for years. I couldn't care less. There you go, Jeremiah. The soul of my cousin Billy living well in you. And he called me a racist. I have sunglasses on. I promise I couldn't read it. I couldn't read the comment.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't have sunglasses on, you have a hard time reading. That's where John gets it from. Anyway, look, Bears find a way again. It was something, right? Like this whole day in the NFL has been kind of crazy. You looked at what went on with the Giants against the Lions. Giants led most of that game. The Lions found a way to come back and win that game in overtime. Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland or in Vegas right now. The Browns are up 14-3. Sanders is 5 of 9 for 82 yards and an interception. Jaguars losing to the Cardinals right now, 14-10. That game's in the second quarter. Cowboys, Eagles started the second quarter. Eagles are up 14-0. Falcons lead the Saints 3-0. Patriots beat the Bengals 26-20. They do not cover that spread like we both thought they would.
We did.
Lions beat the Giants 34-27. Giants cover that spread, as I thought that they would. Packers beat the Vikings 23-6. I mean, the Vikings
JJ McCarthy has 6 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Yeah. And today he was 12 of 19 for 87 yards and 2 interceptions. He's not good. He is not good. And I couldn't be happier about that up in Minnesota. Seahawks hang on and beat the Titans by a touchdown, 30-24. They also do not cover a large spread against Tennessee. The Chiefs beat the Colts in overtime. They do cover that 2.5-point spread against the Colts by a field goal. And the Ravens find a way to beat the Jets 23-10. Tyrod Taylor had a better day passing the ball than Lamar Jackson. 17-28, 222 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. 82.7 passer rating. Lamar Jackson, 13 of 23, 153 yards, and a 76.9 passer rating.
Whoa.
It's been 2 weeks. I have Lamar on my fantasy team. And in the last 2 weeks combined, he has scored me a total of 0 points. -6 points last week and 6 points this week. What's going on with Lamar, man? Is he still hurt?
I don't know. He came back in that, was it the Thursday night game after the Bears lost to the third string quarterback of the Ravens? But we all have to say the Bears are great. And he came back and had 4 touchdowns in that game. So, I mean, it remains to be seen. he has another bad game, we could start taking a second look at that. He could have re-injured something, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I mean, that's possible, obviously. You would think he would do better against that Jets defense, which is not the same defense it was the previous 2 years.
Yeah. It's been tough, man. Watching what he's been going through since he's come back from injury. I mean, just two really, really tough games the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I think you're right though. I think you give it one more game and then you start questioning whether or not he's actually injured. I mean, they have played against, one tough defense in Cleveland who doesn't matter what the team record is, that defense is pretty damn good. And you look at what they're doing in New York. I mean, that defense is not very good. They've got a lot of talent on
Good
paper,
front four.
but that defense
We got
has
the
not been
leading
very
sack
good.
getter.
Yeah, and I mean they couldn't take advantage today. Granted, going a new direction with the quarterback, you never know what that does for a team in the morale. Um,
That
maybe that
Jameis
has something to
Winston
do
was
with it.
pretty good. Your
Yeah.
boy, your man child, was pretty good this week.
Jules
And there's a
says,
little
"Don't
bit.
worry about my tears. Worry about your word." What word?
I don't know. There's a separate show going on in the comments. There's our
Oh,
show going on, and then the comments just take on a life of their own
hey, that's
at
fine. I
this
I, I
point.
I love all the comments because that helps with all of our views and stuff. But make sure you guys hit the like button too. Don't just comment. Hit that like button. Hit that little thumbs up. That helps us out more than you guys could imagine. And tell
We
people
and
about the damn show, man. Let's get more subscribers.
heck yeah, Doubting Thomas, you boys are getting a playoff podcast. See, I'm getting happy. Playoff podcast, Combsy. A real payoff podcast. Not with the Cubs team that wasn't going to do anything and they couldn't get a starter at the trade deadline.
Now a
Here
real
we go.
playoff podcast. You don't think they could beat the Eagles next week, but this is going to be a real playoff podcast, not what the Cubs were, who couldn't do
It's
anything. Now the Bears are going to an NFC title game. Is that what you're
it's a
telling me? They can't
it's
beat
a
the Eagles?
shortened week. It's a shortened week. They're going to be away.
Fitz is out of here. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Thank everybody who's been watching. Love you guys. I'll see you guys there. Tell your neighbors. Tell your enemies.